What's up guys, Ramsey here. I'm making this video so I could go over a few things about controversial topics, including like auto-clicking and why I think it's kind of messed up, and also discussing about the whole talk about me and Ruci and our beef, and like just debunking, because he made 3 videos on me dedicated to me, so I'm just gonna be going over them and explaining my reasons and stuff, and just kind of saying like what I think about the whole situation. So let's get straight into it.
The first thing I'm going to be going over is about auto-clicking, right? There's a lot of false theories about auto-clicking, people saying stuff like click speed doesn't matter and auto-clicking doesn't matter, doesn't give you an advantage, doesn't give you that much of an advantage. I've heard people say that when you fight someone that clicks fast, if they click as fast as your RF, it doesn't matter, it's not an advantage, it's just a fair fight because they're clicking as fast as your auto. It's a bunch of stuff like that, a bunch of BS like this, and things like people call me out for using host advantage. So I'm gonna go over why RF is a completely unfair advantage and it shouldn't even be allowed to be a thing. Alright, so the first reason is that because Minecraft console edition is so laggy and there's so much delay in the game, it's mostly, when you're playing off host, it's mostly about whose hits can register faster. It's not mostly, but a huge part of the game is to be about whose hits can register faster. So if someone has an RF, they're essentially gonna get all the hits because their hits are gonna register so much quicker. What happens is all those hits that go through, all those CPS, you think it doesn't matter, but it does. It goes and registers to the server and into the game, which it basically makes their hits go in first before everyone else's does. Ping also helps us if you have a better ping than your opponent, your hits gonna register faster, but if you have an RF, if you're clicking that fast, it makes a huge difference, bro. And the other thing is that clicking fast, makes it hard to aim. Just clicking fast in general when you try to click fast, usually the consequence is it's hard to aim. If you click slow, you won't get as much hits, but maybe you might have better aim. But the problem when you have an RF is you don't even have to worry about that. It's not a problem. It's just a completely unfair advantage. You don't even have to worry about aim at all. I'm just gonna say right now, if you have bad aim while you're RFing, you're just bad. You're just not a good player. I'm just gonna point out, because a lot of people are saying you still have to aim with RF, it's still hard to aim. It can't be that hard. You literally unless you're just using 200 sensitivity. But literally, you don't even have to click. It just makes it, you could click fast without any repercussion, and you could put it as high settings as you want. It's so ridiculous because some people could just completely abuse their auto clickers to put it to the highest CPS possible. It just ruins the gameplay experience for everyone, because then they get to be at the top of the league, but they're not even really necessarily good. And people say things like, oh, if everyone, it's fine if everyone just gets an auto clicker, we won't have to worry about it being an unfair advantage, which is just stupid because it just ruins the competitive gameplay experience. We just completely decimate this skill gap in Minecraft, and that's the thing about it. A lot of people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I feel like Minecraft has a lot, in some aspects, has more skill than other PvP games. That's for the simple reason that in other PvP games you could just hold your trigger down if it's have an automatic weapon, and you can just easily hold your trigger down and just shoot your opponent down. But in Minecraft you have to actually track your opponent. There's no thing you could zoom in or anything. There's none of that. You have to literally, it's all no scopes if you think about it. And you actually have to click. You have to click and aim, keep your tracker constantly on your opponent. So that's what makes the game so skillful. I mean, it sounds easy on the surface, but it's actually a lot harder than you think. And it just makes such a huge skill gap in Minecraft. And if everyone just got an auto clicker, the game just wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be as fun. It just wouldn't feel right. So this is why I don't think this is a good solution at all. I think we should just go back to being legit.
And now I'm gonna go into the reason why I like to host and I like to fight RFers on hosts, and why I think it's fair and stuff. And the first reason is that, well, obviously if they have an advantage and I have an advantage, it kind of balances it out, you know what I mean? But the thing is, it's not even it's still not fair. They still have such a huge advantage, because even if my ping advantage makes my hits register quicker, their hits still have, because of how fast they're clicking with the RF, all those hits still have to register at some point. So it ends up creating this effect where these hits register at the most weirdest time, and they end up getting 8 block reach, or things where they aren't looking at you when they're getting hit somehow. And they're saying a bunch of garbage like this. And the thing is, when the host has 0 MS, alright, so they take instant KB, which makes it a lot easier to combo them. So if a bunch of hits are registering at once, it essentially just creates this effect where the host is just constantly getting pushed back, constantly getting comboed. And it's just, it's just so dumb. It's just it makes such an advantage. So at least on host, I can, pot better, and at least I could possibly get the first hit. You get the point. Like, it's just, and I don't have to deal with too much delayed KB and all this other juice. And you know, it's just a better feel. So it balances it out, at least for me. It makes it somewhat fair. And the thing is, it doesn't even matter. Like, in a lot of games, I could still beat most of these cheaters, like even off host. I don't know why they say it. I fought like even Raybine, I fought him off host, and I'm pretty sure I 10 potted him off host. So it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm probably not in build. I'm not really that good at build. But, like, in other game modes like Kohi, Gapple, like it doesn't matter if I play host or not, but results are still gonna be pretty much the same. And I don't know why people like use that as an excuse to like make me seem like a bad player just because I play on host. Like, a lot of people play on host all the time, and like I said, this I wouldn't have to do it if people wouldn't just RF the whole time. If they actually played legit, it would be much funner, and I could actually have fun off host, and you know, maybe, you know, actually get some hits. And I know people like just complain, like say like, oh, Memzy, you're just complaining about RF, but like, what does that even mean? Complain about RF? Like, that's obviously something I should be worried about. Like, am I right? Like, how is it, like, how are you gonna say like, oh, he's complaining about it? Like, oh yeah, he's such a nerd, he's complaining about, like, that's just, like, it's something that's a problem in the community, and I need to address it. And when people act cocky, when they kill you in game, and then they're like, oh wow, I'm so good and I beat you while I was auto clicking at like 14 CPS, I'm the greatest, you're so bad. Like, that's just so unnecessary. And it's even gotten to the point where people are auto-clicking in ranked fights against legit players. Ranked fights against, I'm honestly done. It's really stupid, and I think we should like actually stop. Like, honestly. And it's just like, everyone could probably go get an RF, but this just messes up the game. Like, I really don't want this to become the PS4 community where everyone just uses a million CPS and the best players are the guys with the best RF. Not with the skill, not with the best. No, it's not about who's better at the game. It's about who's better with the best RF. Yeah, obviously skill has a factor in it, but like, mostly like, you could be like the best player, but if the other guy has like the greatest RF, like a freaking domination RF, and you have elimination, and they probably just gonna beat you with it, even though you might be better than them, if you know what I mean. Now, on to the topic about like me using a DNS and all this stuff. Alright, so there's this whole like theory about me using some kind of DNS that like makes me and give me an advantage or makes me like laggy or something. Alright, I'm gonna keep it a buck shot. Like, look, I use a DNS, alright? It's called, I don't know what, I think it pretty sure it's the iCloud DNS, and the DNS for is 1.1.1.1.1, and then that's the primary DNS, and the secondary is 1.0.0.1. Alright, that's the DNS I use. It's not a, and I'm just gonna say it once, and I'm not gonna say it again. The DNS doesn't make you laggy. It doesn't give me some great advantage. It doesn't give me 20 block reach. And it definitely doesn't make me, I don't know, like, it definitely doesn't give me like any kind of advantage over other players. All it did was change my ping ever so slightly. It literally, I think it lowered my ping by like 2 ms. Like, I remember my default ping, like before, like when I played on my normal, like the default DNS that Xbox gave me, my default ping was, I think, like 30. It was like 32, huh? It was like, I'm pretty sure it was like 32. It's like 20 something now, like 28. So it lowered my ping a little bit. All right, I don't know how this is an advantage. And RFers and the fact that RFers even have the guts to use this as an excuse for losing to me, and using it as an excuse to blatantly cheat against me, and their excuse, oh, you use it, don't use a little DNS. It's so stupid. Like, that's not even, it doesn't even do anything. And even if it did, like, a little bit of lag does not compare to that. Like, I can understand, like, there's some people who are like really laggy and just completely unfair to fight, but this is just not that situation. You guys like need to relax. They're just making every kind of excuse. This is what I'm talking about. Every kind of excuse to say why to make it seem like it's okay to lose to me or like something like that. Make them feel better. And it's just so retarded. Like, I promise on God, like, it didn't do much. It doesn't make me laggy. It doesn't do that much. It just slowered my ping ever so slightly. It doesn't, it's not, it didn't do anything. I don't know what you guys are talking about, so I don't know, believe what you want, I guess. I mean, it's just like the fact that RFers like actually have the balls to say that and like as an excuse is just so stupid to me, and I just, honestly, it's kind of annoying, but whatever. I know a lot of people are gonna say stuff like, I hate RFers, and they're gonna take it the wrong way, and I don't hate the RFers. I really don't. It's just a video game. just because they cheat in the video game doesn't mean like I don't hate them as a person. They just, some of them can be pretty delusional, and that's why like I'm going over this, because I'm just trying to tell them like, bro, this is like, some of the things they say are messed up. Like, not all of them, a lot of them are actually really cool. All the RFers are actually really cool, but you know. Now I'm gonna go into the whole situation about Ruci and whatnot. I'm gonna watch a few of his videos and like stuff he said about me, and I'm just gonna like debunk it, and like, you know, I'm gonna say what I think about it, or if it's true or not and whatnot. But I'm not gonna go to slip down his level of maturity and talk about personal stuff that like had nothing to do with him. Like, a lot of his like statements he said in the videos were things that had absolutely nothing to do with him. Like, they were like conversations I had with other people, and a lot of times they weren't even true. It's just like stuff he made up and like he said about me, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna actually say true stuff. So I'm gonna like go play a few of his videos, and we're just gonna like, I'm gonna see what I think of it, alright? And I know that a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, and that's fine. That's completely fine. I don't really care what people think about me on Minecraft, but for the people who do support me, I appreciate it a lot. And another thing I'm just gonna say, like, I was planning to not respond to this, but the fact that so many people believed him and fell for his trick forced me to respond to this. So now I have to actually clear my name up and talk about this whole situation and explain why what he's saying is a lie, and like, it's just not true. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first video we're gonna be reacting to is the interview with Ruci by Rezki. And the reason why I'm reacting to this one is because for some reason he privated all his videos on like everyone. Ruci privated all his like talk to videos. I don't know why, but we're reacting to this one.
Why do I use a RF?
Because you're bad.
Would you recommend it using RF?
Alright, so he's saying something along the lines of like, yes and no, you shouldn't get an RF or something like that. But what he really wants to say is don't get an RF, because then he won't have an advantage against anyone. He'll just be literally dog.
No. And yes. Why do you have beef with Vimsy?
Oh, we get into the juicy parts here.
Because Vimsy hopped on an alt. He told me he was EU, by the way, on that alt.
And you fell for it like a dummy.
People did not know that. I don't think he showed that to anybody. He told me he was EU, so he was hiding his identity.
Why would I tell anyone? Why would anyone care? Oh guys, I hopped on it and told Ruci I was EU, and he fell for it. Like, I don't think they would care, but whatever. And now I know the homie Ruci ain't gonna accusate me. Like, come on, bro. I'm not gonna be disappointed. He's changed, man. He's a changed man. He's not gonna accusate me, right?
He used a license RF and lied about it.
Oof, you just earned yourself some clown points, my boy. Bro, I thought you were better than this. Like, you're just dumber than I thought, I guess. Whatever.
He talks shit to me in parties.
Are you really gonna sit there and act like I'm the one who started this? Bro, you retard. I was just sitting here in the party one day with some people, and I didn't even have a mic, and he just came in. He actually just joined and started talking a bunch of mad stuff with everyone else that was in the party, and of course they just roasted me because I couldn't say anything back. I didn't really have a mic. That's kind of how the beef all started. I thought that we was just gonna leave at that after I left, but like then he made a video about me, like fighting me, and he made like, you know, a video about me. But what really happened was that the day I was just chilling with Lacey's, and we were hanging out. I was like, I just got on, and he was the only host open, so I'm like, I guess I'll join Lacey's. And then like, I guess Ruci joined as well. I'm like, can I fight Ruci? And he's like, yeah, sure. So we fought, and like, it was my first fight. It was warmed up. I told him to not RF, but he didn't listen to me. And I was not expecting to fight someone with max RF, and I basically just quick dropped because I wasn't warmed up most of the fights. And then this last fight, I guess he just got like a lucky combo off the end. Like, you guys saw, like, I got like an epic straight line, and then I just choked, right? But you know, whatever. I got him down to 0 pots.
He makes fun of Doha in parties and other people.
If I ever made fun of Doha, it was as a joke. And anyway, that's not, I don't know why you have a right to talk about that. It's none of your business, bro. Like, this is between me and you. Why are you bringing up other people? And you wouldn't even know. Like, you were never even there. We barely talked. How are you even getting this information? Like, we just, like, get off my meat, bro. Like, if I ever, like, made fun of someone, it was as a joke. Like, I don't really start beef with people, like, without a reason. So, whatever.
He acts like he doesn't care, but he lives like he just plays Minecraft every single day.
Because I don't care, and I just play Minecraft for fun, bro. Like, I know a lot of people say that, but literally, I'm not even, like, y'all, like, be up here being competitive. Like, when I first joined the community, I didn't think it was gonna be like this. Like, I just play the game for fun. Like, that's why I play a lot, because it's fun. I enjoyed Minecraft a lot.
So if you got a problem with that, then
I hate when he says he's good, but he can only beat good players like Rainbine and Faizu, me, NBA, and Tat. Like, he can only beat us on on his host, which is West, by the way. We're all East.
oh my god, dude, this kid's an actual retard, bro. Okay, look, bro. It doesn't matter what host I play. I can beat any of you guys on any host. I've done it before. I even have clips, by the way. It's gonna come in my sub montage, but we don't talk about that right now. We're gonna leave that out of this. But anyway, like, I have a bunch of clips of beating all you guys on and off hosts. I don't know what you're talking about, you retard. I just upload the best clips. Dude, you're actually sped. You really think you could beat? It matters about what host I play on. That's not what skill is. I can fight you on any host, and just because that doesn't make me bad for playing on hosts. Like, are you retarded or something, dude? Like, host just like you can't like say that like it's host advantage is the only reason I win if you get destroyed. All right, if you get like GG 10'd on a daily on my host, you're probably not better than me, even on and off host. Just saying.
I know he beat I know that Vimsy beat Cax and he got super excited, but Cax is East.
That is true. I did beat Caxi. It was on his host. I was my first game on. I wasn't happy about it though. I didn't really care. I don't know where he got that from, but I guess he's just trying to make me look as bad as possible. But I didn't really care. Like, I think I clipped the end of it just in case, just for proof, so, like, I could say in case like someone like ever questioned me. But I don't really care. I wasn't happy at all. I wasn't even in the party, and like after Caxi invited me to the party, and I was like had the least enthusiastic attitude ever. I'm like, GG, bro. And it was like Caxi's like I wouldn't get excited about killing a booty HG player in Koei, bro. I don't know why he decided to host Koei that day, but whatever. I could easily beat him any day if I really tried. But you get the point.
Vimsy was West, so our hits are going to be delayed on his host, and he already knows that, but he doesn't want to play on our host because all of our hits register.
Oh, and then he goes ahead and says this kid's stupid, bro. What are you talking about? All I do is play on your guys' host. I barely get to host. Literally, all they do is play on their host. And like he said, I'm West, and they're all East, so I have the biggest disadvantage. And it doesn't matter. You literally auto-click. What are you talking about? Bro, this kid's actually retarded, dude. Like, most of the time, it's on their host, and it's BuildHC, which is not my most popular game mode, by the way. But dude, I think this guy's he's got issues, bro. He doesn't really play a lot, so he doesn't really know what he's talking about. He mostly just gets gossip from other people and then, puts in the video.
Do you think Vimsy's a great guy? I think Vimsy is a good guy.
Now we're just gonna try to sweet talk y'all about like stuff, saying like I'm a good guy, bro. I'm surprised you guys are even fine with, because he cheated for the longest time and no one knew about it, and he finally came out of the closet with it, and he just lied to everyone, and he got all this misinformation about me and all this stuff. I'm surprised you guys are even okay with this, but it is what it is.
But he can have his delusions. He can be upset. I know he told Rainbine him and Assassin told him Rainbine. I don't think people know that though.
My delusions, bro. I'm not the one who literally lies about everything and literally went and tried to hack Jose on me for cheating, my boy. Anyway, why are you talking about me and Assassin's business? And I never told Raybon anything. I'm honestly, me and Raybon are actually pretty chill. Like, I've never really said anything messed up to Raybon. That was Assassin, and I don't know why you're bringing him into this. What did he have anything to do with this? And also, where are you getting your information from, bro? You're actually just stalking my messages. Like, get off my meat, bro. Like, you're honestly a sissy, man. Like, you're older than me, and you literally have time to look up all this information. It's not even true. Like, I didn't never made fun of Raybine.
Vimsy threatened to DDoS somebody before.
Okay, so basically what happened here was that we were doing Truth or Dare in a party or something like that, and the Truth or Dare was for me to, like, use my voice, but I didn't have a mic, so I just talked through Snapchat, and then it got around to Lucky Emily, and she had to do the same day that I did, so she didn't do the voice reveal, so she held out there, and I threatened to DDoS her as a joke. It was literally a joke. Everyone took it as a joke. I don't actually know what to prove. I was messing around. Everyone laughed too. And again, how are you even finding this stuff out, bro? Stop stalking me. bro, get off my meat. I know you like it, but get off. Like riding me harder than a freaking motorcycle, my boy. Like I've had fanboys, but this is too much, bro. Honestly, he's like Ruci's actually obsessed with me, dog.
Why do you think that he uses RF? Because the particles, the hit speed. Like if you looked at the first clip in my video, or his video actually, his hit speed was different, and you can tell by the little like, what was it? It wasn't consistent.
Yeah, no, you just kind of contradicted yourself there because you said my hits weren't consistent, but that would mean that I'm playing legit because an imperfect human cannot click like 7 times a second, like consistently. Like their arm would tire after a while, so they probably like would click fast sometimes, and then other times they would click a little bit slower. So, you know, you just proved yourself wrong. Also, the particles, the reason they were kind of high was because I was jitter clicking. Most people know I started switching to using middle finger instead of index now, so I click a lot faster. And you could even look and see my screen jittering. So I don't know, bro. He's just mad. I wasn't cheating.
Like you're always like, so pretty much, let's say you're hitting somebody, right? Of course, it's gonna go faster. It looks faster, anyways, when you hit somebody, but there's always that delay once you don't like hit a person. There's like a delay to it, and you can see that.
So either he's talking about like connection and hit delays, or he's talking about like he thinks this is actually 1.9. All right. So first of all, I was playing on host, so there isn't really gonna be a delay. And second of all, if you're talking about hit delay just normally, I know the version we play on, like one edition is stuck on the version because they don't get updates anymore. I'm pretty sure we're stuck on 1.10, but they didn't actually add the 1.9 combat features, like, you know, the attack delay and whatnot, the swing delay. You know, we'll have to do this, you know the attack cooldown on Java edition. Like I don't know what it's. I'm pretty sure it's like TU56 is the version we're on right now. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong, but I don't know. But I know if it was like Java, we'd basically be on like 1.10 right now. But they didn't actually add in like the actual combat features from 1.9. They didn't even add in the shields. They just added the crit sound effect and the hit sound effect. But they didn't really add the attack cooldowns. I don't know what you're talking about.
You can go look at my Battle Scars video, which is almost a year old, by the way. You can look at the particles and the hit speed of the sword. They're exactly the same.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Alright, I don't know. I don't really want to do this, but basically, the video he's talking about, I'm pretty sure he took it down, or I just can't find it. I don't know. But this video is getting too long, so I'm not gonna compare my video to his video. You guys can go check it out if you want. If you could even find it, I couldn't find it. But point is, like, they weren't, even if the particles were somewhat close, the aim is way different. Like my aim looks more natural than yours. Yours just looks like, it looks like he's trying to make it look like he's not RFing by shaking his screen dramatically. But like you could tell someone's actually just jitter clicking, because if you could look at their screen, like there's minor like shakes that like are uncontrollable, and you could tell that they're actually clicking. You know what I'm saying?
So what would be good DNSs for a West person? Because there are certain DNSs that can make your connection worse on some hosts.
I did ask him for a DNS, but it wasn't for a laggy one. I basically asked him if he knew any DNS that was good for connecting to East servers, because as you guys know, I'm West, and most of the PvPers are East Coast, and I always get bad connection on the servers, and it puts me at a disadvantage when it comes to playing games like Build UHC and stuff. So I asked him if he knew a DNS that would like make my connection good on East. He didn't really tell me. He said German DNS, but I guess he took it the wrong way. He thought I was asking for like a laggy DNS. Now I wanted like a DNS that would like give me like really good ping on East Coast, so I wouldn't have to deal with the problem anymore. But I wasn't asking for a laggy DNS.
So I told him, because I will admit this, I did use DNS in December when I was in my prime with my RF.
Alright, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Ruci came out with it saying he still uses DNS, because this guy is actually so laggy. Like, I know I'm West and he's East, so obviously he's gonna be delayed, but it's not just that. Like, ping is different than packet loss. Basically, if you look at the fight, he kept freezing the whole fight. He would teleport out of my combos and everything. It was like really annoying. And certain DNSs could actually alter your packet loss. If you don't know the difference, basically packet loss is just your ability to connect, like your connectivity to like any server at all, like your Wi-Fi. It's just like how strong your internet connection is. And certain DNSs can change that, and he was like teleporting a lot. And not most people I play with don't teleport. Like they might have like delayed knockback, but they don't freeze like that. And like he was in the video, and he does like that happens to him all the time. He always freezes. So either he just has really bad Wi-Fi, or he's DNSing.
Who the most hated PvP community? Winter Beast Mode or Daddy Dempsey? Who's the most hated person in the PvP community? Is that right? Winter Beast Mode or Daddy Dempsey? I know people have their problems with Winter. Like the real chain came back and Winter clipped them, and they had their own beef, so called. Is when it clips RPB. Yeah. I don't know the full story about that, but the most hated though in the PvP community, definitely Daddy Dempsey. You can ask anybody except Assassin and this randoms really. If you can ask anybody like Doha, Sinnery, ZZE, even people that used to play that actually came back and then just left, like you can ask Chosen. You can ask Static PvP. You can ask Beta. Ask Tiger.
Doha doesn't hate me, we're chill. Snorri doesn't hate me. He even like subscribed to something on my combo tires. You could actually look in the comment section. I know Tiger doesn't hate me. We chill as heck, bro. He's actually really chill, dude. You should go. Like even though like he can be kind of annoying sometimes with the RF and lag, he's actually really chill, dude. And Static, I don't know if he necessarily hates me. I don't know how he could hate me when he literally used me for content, but we don't talk about that. No, I don't think he really hates me. He just made like a toxic video, but you know, we don't really hate each other. I don't really have beef with him. I don't really talk to him or anything. Beta does not hate me. I've never spoken to that man, so I think I actually did comment on his videos one time and it got hearted, so I don't see how that really relates to hate at all. Chosen, like I feel like I don't think he hates me. I don't think Chosen hates me at all, like because he's like hearted some comments I left on his videos, and basically he did seem like he has like kind of been annoyed with me in the past, because I remember like when he came back to like play on Xbox, because he mostly played PS4. Basically I came and we would just play. He like would host build all the time, and I would like sometimes fight him, and like he had like he was using like either low sensor rep or something, and he would like always get these annoying crit combos, and I would just kind of run away because I'm like, I don't want to deal with this, and he would like get mad at me for running away, but we didn't really have beef or anything, so no, I don't think they hate me.
When Static PvP first came back, he made a video on me, or he made a video that had me on my King of Souls account and Trash PvP, and Daddy Vemsy won the 1v1 Static PvP, and Static fought him on his host, on Daddy Vemsy's host, but Daddy Vemsy never 1v1 Static on Static's host.
Pretty much everything he says here is pretty much true. I did 1v1 Static. The score was 2-2. And basically what happened was him and I were both rusty. We both were just coming back. I made a video that was like a few days before I made the coming back montage, so I was kind of rusty in like those clips. You could tell my aim was a little bit off. But yeah, that was when I fought Static, and it was alright. I fought him off host a few times too, and I just kept quick dropping because we were playing on Caxi's host. And when we played on my host, we were just playing Gapple, so you can't really quick drop in Gapple. But basically what happened was that basically the reason I didn't 1v1 Static on his host, okay, so I don't know why like this is like a problem, but Static didn't ask to 1v1 me on his host. So that's why I didn't do it. I wasn't like doing it to like be a scum or be like, I don't want to 1v1 your host, I want to take my dub and get out of here. No, he just didn't ask. He just didn't care. He just like, after like the four fights we had, he just left, and that was pretty much it. But he clipped the fights of him winning, but I didn't 1v1 him on his host because he didn't want to 1v1 on his host. He didn't really care after that. I'm pretty sure we left to go play some kind of build C game mode with Caxi. I think it was like build FFA. I don't really know, but whatever.
Do you think that Caxi is better than Daddy Vemsy? Yes, 100%. I think Caxi is better than Daddy Vemsy. I think Caxi is a better build player by far. I think Caxi is a better Gapple player. I think Caxi might be better in Kohi, but I have not seen him face Daddy Vimsy and Cody before.
Alright, the only thing he said that was true here is that Kaxi is better than me in build by far, but in Kohi, I 12 potted him on his own host. It was like a full fight, so he lost all his pots. And there's no way in any way possible, unless he gets a max RF and some kind of ENS, that he's ever going to be better than me in Gapple, ever. That's the one thing I have above him, is combos, literally. And Gapple is all about combos. But basically, like, every time I play with Kaxi, he always gets comboed. Like, that's mostly what happens. But he's always, like, outplays me because he's, like, a build player and, like, you know, he has all his strats. But my advantage above him when we fight is combos. So, I think I fought him in Gapple one time. I don't remember. I think it was on Raybine's host, and I think I, like, two-pieced him or something because he was using his RF. But basically, no, actually, it was before he had an RF. No, it was on Raybine's host. Yeah, I think I two-pieced him. It was my first fight on, and we did Gapple. But basically, yeah, then after that, I think I might have fought him my host a few times, and of course I won. Like, Kaxi does not really stand a chance in Gapple against me that well. That's like the one. Like, if anything, he might have like more chance of beating me in Kohi because of pot delay on his host or any East host than he has on beating me in Gapple. So, you know, he's not better than me in Kohi or Gapple, buddy. Dude, I'm better in Gapple than Kaxi because Kaxi doesn't really strafe well. He mostly just spam. He S-taps like really poorly is his strat, and like if he crits sometimes, but that's mostly what he does, which is what you would expect from a build player. You don't really have to be too good at combos to be a build player. Like, Buhar is kind of living proof of that, and we don't talk about that. But basically, yeah, Kaxi's not really good at combos, so he couldn't really beat me in Gapple because, you know, it's fine.
That Daddy Vimsy is being mean to you. I don't think he's being mean. I think he's playing this very smart. I'll put it as that. Daddy Vimsy, I actually told him that his channel was dry. I told him to make a video on me.
What do you mean by my channel being dry? That didn't make any sense. Like, if you're talking about like my channel's like boring, it's not. I get a lot of views and stuff, and a lot of people like my content. I mean, I just make montages and 1v1s. I do what most PvPers do. I'm not out here like seeking attention like you are, because he called me a clout chaser in one of his videos, but he's the one who's going after people just to get views. So I don't know how I'm the clout chaser. I just upload like typical PvP stuff. He like literally targets YouTubers or other PvPers to get views.
So that happened. And he told me he wasn't going to put a trash player on his YouTube account, or on his YouTube in general.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I did say I wasn't gonna do that, but I just did that just like I wanted it to be more of a surprise, the video, because I didn't want him like to just like expect it coming. Like, I wanted him to just randomly be like refreshing scrolling on his YouTube homepage and just see my video and like be like, oh, what? It's a video, Revenge Series Ruci, what is this? And you know, it would kind of like. You get the point. I didn't want like him to predict it coming.
But he made a video on me. It's whatever. I don't really care.
God, bro, don't make yourself sound stupid than you already are, bro. Like, literally, you did care. That's like a dumbest excuse. You definitely cared. Otherwise, you would have made 3 videos on me, my boy. Like, honestly, how can you not care? Like, honestly, after I made that revenge series, I thought that was it. I thought that would be the end of it. I think that would just be like, okay, you know, Vimsy got even, let's just end this. But no, you see, Ruci's content was getting dry, so he needed more views, and he was probably enraged. So he made like a bunch of videos on me, and some of them were on Rezki's channel. So,
I knew that Skyler PvP was him, by the way.
This is the dumbest crap I ever heard. I don't know why the heck Ruci thinks he can get away with that, bro. You did fall for it so hard. This is literally him simping right here, bro. I think he actually was, like, even like when we were messaging each other like the day I fought him, he was like acting way too like chill, like chiller than normal. So I don't know what he's talking about. He definitely fell for it. You literally see him commenting. He literally thought it was a girl, bro. He was honestly trying to hit on my Skylar alt. Imagine hitting on my alt account.
I honestly thought that because the account he faced me on was VO and TH. I didn't know who it was because he said he was EU, so I believed him. But then he played like that even, so I just knew it was him.
No, it's not that you saw me play like you know, like the alt play like me. It's just that I play a lot better than you, so you had to assume it was me.
I really didn't care. He can only beat me on his host.
Really, Yusuf, if I remember correctly, I beat you in Gapple on your host. I beat you in Koei on your host. And I beat you in Gapple in Litter Time. I'm pretty sure it was on Golden Wolf's host. And then I remember I beat you in Koei on X-Blade's host multiple times. So, yeah, that's where you're wrong, buddy. Don't listen to King of Souls. He thinks that, like, he has this thing in his mind, this delusion that, like, I can only beat people on host, but I've beaten countless people on and off host, so it doesn't really matter, dude.
He can only beat certain people on his host.
That's not true. And there's like, most people I can beat on host means I could beat them in any host, because usually I just destroy everyone on my host, so it doesn't matter. But there is kinda some people that I can only beat on host, but those are like really, really good players. Like, I don't know. I actually don't know. Like, I think maybe Chronic, I don't know. Some people are just really, like, some people who like have RF, like really hard to, like, are good at the game, so they're really hard to beat on and off host. I think Vaizu was one of them. I fought him on host, he got 4-pieced, but he was cheating, so it was a fair fight. And you're not one of them, buddy. You're definitely not one of them. You're one of the worst players I've ever met. I 4-pieced, okay, he didn't tell you this, but basically one night he MSG'd me if he wanted a 1v1 in Gapple. I'm like, alright, sure. So we fought in Gapple on his host, and it was a fun fight, and I basically won. And then he decided to go and turn on his auto clicker and cheat on his own host. So I kind of just gave up after that. But basically I 3-pieced in the first round. The other round I was like, you know, I'm not gonna fight you. Let's go on my host. So I fought him on. We fought on my host, and he got 4-pieced. So I mean, it doesn't really matter, bro. Alright, that is all for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it through the whole video, you're honestly insane. Thank you so much for the support. I hope this video explained a lot. Those of you who like disagree with me or hate me, you're always free to unsubscribe. But I'm gonna make sure to make, like, 60 sub special coming up soon, guys. I promise, I'm actually gonna make a montage soon. Probably gonna be the next video. I'm gonna give a shout out to the people who stuck with me through this whole thing and, like, didn't actually turn on me and didn't follow what Ruci says. Shout out to Juxi, shout out to Lacey's, shout out to Azix, shout out to Assassin, shout out to Golden Wolf, shout out to Narlinda. I'm gonna put all their YouTubes on the screen. Don't ever think I don't know those people who stuck with me through this whole time. And I'll see you guys later.